So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, so this is I probably had a video uploaded on IG. But this is basically about, BlueFace and whatnot. I say this, like I said before, there's only so much that as a guy you can allow, and there's only so much that you can run away from a situation before you need to actually, in a sense, defend yourself. And when you look at that video, and as it starts, when the dude with the skateboard is rolling up, you see Blueface to the left near the curb, right? And in a sense, that's right how guys are supposed to walk, right? Respectfully, right? We're supposed to be the ones that are walking near the street, and the women are supposed to walk on the other side near the building to be safe, right? So they're having a conversation, whatever it is, and she decides to turn into his person, right? So she starts, physically grabbing on him, snatching on him, and different stuff like that, right? And he's trying to get away from her. He ain't even trying to put hands on him, right? He might be, laughing about it, whatever it is, but like I said, you got to laugh to stop from crying. A lot of dudes will sit up there and start laughing in order not to, sit up there and start getting angry. Like I said, that's the first step. That's the first step. Like I said, there's levels and people don't understand this. So he's sitting up there doing that, and you see her grabbing and snatching on this dude and everything like that. The dude gets off the skateboard and he's recording. At a certain point, you'll see the guy is recording, and I think Blueface might have heard him. So he turned in his direction, and it was almost like he kind of had like a breath of like fresh air, because it was like, all right, well, this is like getting filmed. So, people can see exactly what's going on, right? See exactly what it is versus what everybody would make it out to be, or what people would, in a sense, read it as. And basically, throughout the whole video, you will see Blueface trying to duck and dodge, trying to swing around her. I'm talking about his body, not hands. He's trying to swing like under, around, get away from her grasp, to the point where, his shirt ends up getting like torn. Like he doesn't even have a shirt no more. She ended up breaking off one of the chains that was around his neck, and everything like that. He was the one in that video being antagonized. He was the one getting hands put on him. He was the one that was getting assaulted. And then it got to the point where they started reversing and going back down the street. And, you started seeing people start, like slowly, gathering different, stuff like that. Now, this is the thing that I will say here. Normally, if that situation would have been different, if that was a man actively going after a woman, guys would have been jumped in. You would have been seeing guys sit up there and jump in and break that apart and be like, yo, sweetheart, you okay? It's all right. We here. We're going to sit up there and deal with them. We're going to hold them down. We're going to make sure you're able to press charges. The police going to be here. We got it. He ain't going to be putting hands on you no more, right? But you can see in the shot that some women and whatnot did end up walking by. But you see how women don't do the same thing, right? You see how, because a lot of times, this is what I'm trying to point out to people. A lot of times people will sit up and say, no matter what happens, a guy is never supposed to put his hands on a woman. You're bigger, you're stronger, all this other type of stuff. You can do a lot of damage, right? So what they're saying is, you can do a lot of damage, but I can do minimal. So I'm allowed to basically throw hands because you should be able to take it. Right? And it shouldn't really affect you because you're a man, because if you lay hands on me, then I'm probably knocked out, whatever it is. So it's pretty much equal. It's pretty much even. That's the double standard. That's the double standard. Right? And then later on in the video, it also got to the point where Blueface, he ended up getting like fed up, and she might have got swung around, quite a bit, or whatever it is. For me, the way I sit up there and look at it, he was well within his right because he held himself accountable for the most part throughout the greater duration of the video. He was not trying to put hands on her. It just got to that point where I guess, I'm not sure if she might have hit his eye or whatever it was. She might have scratched him. I'm not sure. And he was like, yo, enough is enough. I got to put you on the floor real quick. Like, yo, you got to stop. Like, yo, you got to stop. Like, he was trying to make her understand, like, yo, this is like the close to the last step before you start really getting messed up. And this is when people were like, yo, BlueFace, don't do it. Like, yo, BlueFace. Like, people were trying to sit up there and tell him, like, yo, relax. You got to think about everything that you got, that type of thing. But this is my thing here. Why does it take for a man to get to this point where people want to step in and tell him, like, yo, don't do this. Like, yo, that's a girl, that's a woman. Like, yo, where were y'all at before? Where were all of these characters at before when this dude was sitting up here getting slapped, when he was getting swung on, his chain broken, when he was getting pulled up and down the street, where his short was getting... Where were y'all at? Where were y'all at? Like I said, it should never take for a man to be on like the last point of no return for people to want to start acting like that's crazy to me. Because if the roles were reversed, they would never wait until that point. People would have been turned into the earth's mightiest heroes. They would have been did that. They would have been did that. But like I said, it's ridiculous. But the other thing I want to say is this too. For a lot of guys who find themselves in these situations, you got to pay attention to the women that you allow to be around you, and also the women that you attract. Because yes, this woman is 1,000% in the wrong, 1,000% in the wrong. But like I told people before, you play a part in the people that you keep around and also the people that you attract. If you keep toxic, hood, ratchet type women like this, it's women like this that have like historically brought down kingdoms. Like women like this type of behavior. They probably weren't acting like this back then, but they were pretty loose and whatnot with their bodies and the way that they wanted to weave spells into other men's ears in order to help destroy kingdoms and and different things like that. It's women like this that'll end up getting you hemmed up in prison and or in jail. It's women like this that'll end up jacking up opportunities, money making opportunities, for you as well. Like I said, BlueFace was supposed to actually have a boxing match. That boxing match got canceled due to the fact of this physical altercation that take place, because now he's probably in some type of like legal water or whatever it is about this. Luckily it was recorded. That's the safest bet to basically get him off the hook, because like I said before, I'm all for people being able to defend themselves, because I told people before, you don't have, even if you're a woman, you don't have the right to put your hands on a dude just because you feel emotionally like you can. Stop doing that. I keep telling women, stop doing that, because you're going to reach a point of no return where you want to act all big and bad, like you can just sit up here and take every man out here. But then when he gives you a couple of backhands real quick, now you want to fall back and be Lois Lane, and you want to start looking for Clark. You want to start pushing on that watch to call Clark to the scene to get on his super suit. That's crazy. Like I said, man, like, yo, like I said, this is bad. This is why I keep saying, like, dudes, y'all just need to focus on money, man, because it ain't worth it. Let women like this be somebody else's problem, be somebody else's situation. Don't let women like this be your problem, your situation that's going to cost you everything, because she could literally, just her by herself, she can cost this dude everything. The same way that she is now, she's going to be that way when she's 30. She's going to be that way when she's 35. She's going to be that way when she's 40. She's going to be that way when she's 50 and 60. Women like that don't never change. The type of ratchet hood rat behavior, like I said, don't be too shocked if later on in life you hear about her in jail. She's strung out on something or some other type of detrimental stuff. Like I said, that's the type of time that she's on. Men, stay away from women like this. Stay away. Like that's the weakness right here. That's the test. If you can pass that test to pass over women like this, and just to stay focused on your goals, to stay focused on, whatever it is that you're supposed to accomplish, you're going to sit up there and be a king in your own right. But if you decide to patronize stuff like this, poison like this, then the same thing poison does when it goes into water. It poisons the land. The same thing what happens when poison is into a well that's in a village. It poisons the people. The same thing that happens when you decide to take some type of poison and you put it into your body, or you inhale it into your body. It kills the body. It kills the brain. Like I said, stop doing this.